Peace to everybody. This story is about Michael Avenatti, who is charged with embezzlement, fraud, cheating on tax, and expansion of criminal case. And as you can see here in the picture is Michael Avenatti, and if he is found guilty, he will spend 300 years in prison for everything that he has done. Attorney Michael Avenatti has been charged in a 36-count federal indictment alleging he stole millions of dollars from clients, did not pay his taxes, committed bank fraud, and lied in bankruptcy proceedings. So he's been charged with 36 accounts. That's a steep charges that he is facing right now, and they are going to keep charging him with other stuff too. Who knows what others that came with it. And he stole millions of dollars from clients and everything. Avenatti, 48, was indicted late Wednesday by a Southern California grand jury on a raft of additional charges following his arrest last month in New York on two related counts and for allegedly trying to shake down Nike for up to $25 million. Michael Avenatti is 48 years old. He was arrested last month in New York on two related counts. And he was also trying to shake up Nike for $25 million. So, the attorney best known for representing porn actress Stormy Daniels in lawsuits against President Donald Trump said Thursday on Twitter that he will plead not guilty to the California charges. So he's trying to clear his name by pleading not guilty for what he has done. But them 36 counts federal indictment, they're very serious charges. I look forward to the entire truth being known as opposed to a one-sided version meant to sideline me, he wrote. The new charges do not include the New York extortion case alleging Avenatti demanded millions to stay quiet about claims he planned to reveal about Nike paying high school players. Avenatti has said he expects to be cleared in that case. So he wants to clear his name, but alleging that he was demanding millions of dollars to stay quiet, and or else he was going to expose Nike for paying high school players. The 61-page Southern California indictment alleges Avenatti embezzled from a paralytic man and four other clients and deceived them by shuffling money between accounts to pay off small portions of what they were due to lure them into thinking they were getting paid. See, he was luring people, a paralytic, and four other clients on top of that by deceived them of shuffling the money. But where does the money go? It goes to Avenatti's accounts, and he's believing these people, and these people are believing him that they're going to get paid, but really, Avenatti is taking all the money and putting it in his accounts. Avenatti 48 is also charged with not paying personal income taxes, not paying taxes for his various businesses, including two law firms, and pocketing payroll taxes from the Tully's coffee chain that he owned, the indictment said. So, not paying your taxes? Oh, yeah, the IRS are going to come for him no matter what. They're going to make sure they want to get their money because he has not paid taxes in who knows how long. But, and plus he owns various businesses and also Tully's coffee chain. Yeah, they're going to come for those places. They're going to take it from him. They're going to freeze his bank accounts. They're going to take everything from him. Between September 2015 and January 2018, Global Bardius U.S., the company that operated Tully's, failed to pay the Internal Revenue Service's $3.2 million in payroll taxes, including nearly $2.4 million withheld from employees, the indictment said. So, oh yeah, he hasn't paid no taxes at all, and that $3.2 million in payroll taxes, woohoo, that's a lot of money. He should have paid that, but instead he just kept letting it go and everything else. And of course, he was holding $2.4 million from employees. Now, why wasn't these employees getting paid? Because all the money was going to Avenatti's accounts. He didn't care about the employees if they were going to get paid or not. When the IRS put tax liens on coffee company bank accounts to collect more than $5 million, Avenatti had Tully's employees deposit cash receipts in a little-known account, the indictment said. So, what little-known account are we talking about here? I mean, seriously? Avenatti is telling the employees to put the receipts in a little-known account? But what little known account do we know about? I'd like to see that proof and that evidence. Avenatti was also charged with submitting fraudulent tax returns to get more than $4 million in loans from the People's Bank in Biloxi, Mississippi in 2014. The tax returns he presented to the bank were never filed to the IRS, prosecutors have said. So now he was getting money from the Biloxi, Mississippi now, all $4 million of it. So oh wow, this is a lot of charges he's really racking up. He really racked up a lot of charges. And the IRS, oh yeah, they're not playing. Once they want their money, you can't fight them, because they're gonna come for you no matter what. The charges are the latest major blow to a career that took off last year when Avenatti represented Daniels in a lawsuit to break a confidentiality agreement with Trump to stay mum about an affair that they allegedly had. Sorry, I had to retract some words. So now Avenatti had dumped Stormy Daniels because he didn't believe anything she says. And of course, he got enough money out of her, obviously. That's who knows how much money he got out of her. But Stormy Daniels was claiming that she allegedly had an affair with Donald Trump. And you know Donald Trump is not going to want to touch no porn star. Ugh, who the hell would? I wouldn't even touch it. Ew. Avenatti became one of Trump's leading advisories, attacking him on cable news programs and Twitter at one point. Avenatti even considered challenging Trump in 2020. So now Avenatti wants to try and challenge Donald Trump for president in 2020. Well, that's not going to happen, because once Avenatti, if he is found guilty, he'll be spending 300 years in prison. Well, and that's a very long prison sentence. But back home, his business practices had come under scrutiny from the IRS, and a former law partner who was owed $14 million by Avenatti and the Egan Avenatti firm, which filed for bankruptcy. So yeah, the IRS, the former law partner Avenatti, he was owed $14 million, which he never paid, because Avenatti is too busy scamming people for money and everything. The indictment said Avenatti made false statements in bankruptcy proceedings by submitting forms under penalty of perjury that underreported income his firm received. So he did a whole lot of scamming already. He was submitting bankruptcy proceedings. He was making false statements here and there. And you know, he's definitely done for. The most glaring example of deception and fraud was described in the indictment as scheming Avenatti allegedly did to deprive clients of money they were due from legal settlements or sales of stock and the actions he took to cover his tracks. So Avenatti tried to cover his tracks, and of course that didn't work very long. Um, they he has stocks. People that won their settlements, he never paid them. And it's just, I mean, this whole thing is a hot mess that what Avenatti has done. In a case involving one client, Avenatti allegedly funneled a $2.75 million settlement into his bank accounts and spent $2.5 million on a private airplane, the indictment said. So instead of giving his clients the money they deserved, he stole it. He bought a plane with it. And of course, the IRS is going to confiscate it because, there's no way that he's going to get away with it too much longer, because once he goes to court and all the evidence is heard, he's going to be found guilty no matter what. Although Avenatti was due a portion of settlement funds for his work, the charges said he paid only a fraction of the money clients were due in some cases and strung them along while they waited to be paid. So he was stringing his clients along. The clients were waiting to be paid, and I guess the clients were getting frustrated and asking, hey, where's my money? Where's our money? We won these settlements. And, Avenatti is just a fraudulent fraud. He's going to be going to prison no matter what. And these charges are definitely going to stick. Avenatti allegedly drained a $4 million settlement he negotiated in 2015 on behalf of Jeffrey Johnson, who was paralyzed after trying to kill himself in Los Angeles County Jail. The indictment said Johnson was referred to as Client 1 in the indictment, but was named at a recent court hearing involving the money Avenatti was ordered to pay his former partner. So this guy, he tried to kill himself in jail, and he or at least they're trying to say that he tried to kill himself in jail, allegedly, in the Los Angeles County Jail. And Jeffrey Johnson was Avenatti's former partner for who knows how long, but and Avenatti drained the $4 million settlement right out of him, and he took it all. Until last month, Avenatti had only provided $124,000 over 69 payments to Johnson, and the indictment said 69 payments that came to $124,000. Oh my gosh, there should have been more than that. He should have kept paying until the client got all the money. 2 years after the settlement was reached, Avenatti allegedly helped Johnson find a real estate agent to buy a house. But when Johnson was in escrow, he purchased the property Avenatti falsely said he had not received the settlement funds, the indictment said. So Avenatti tricked this guy into buying a house. He tricked him. And I guess the guy went for it, and it's just like, wow, what is going on? So Avenatti is definitely in a whole lot of trouble for that one too. In November, when the U.S. Social Security Administration requested information to determine if Johnson should continue to receive disability benefits, Avenatti said he would respond, but didn't, because he knew it could lead to the discovery of his embezzlement. The indictment said the failure to respond led to Johnson's disability benefits being cut off in February. So Avenatti did a lot of embezzling. How much, we don't know, and because they're not going to tell how much embezzlement that he embezzled, how much money he embezzled for all that. And Johnson's disability was cut off in February because of Avenatti. And because as soon as the Social Security Administration finds out, that's it. They said, no, we're going to cut him off. So, and that's what they did. And now Johnson is going to have to struggle because of Avenatti, what he did to this client of his. After Avenatti was questioned about the alleged embezzlement during a judgment debtor examination in federal court March 22nd, the indictment said he fabricated a defense for himself. So, oh boy, here we go. Avenatti made up this story about himself. He fabricated. Okay, well, who doesn't fabricate too much? But this is way too much. He tried to deny the embezzlement that he has done. And these federal indictments, they're going to find out everything. They're going to investigate everything. There's no leaving one stone unturned, because once they dig up everything, that's it. Avenatti had Johnson sign a document a day or two later saying he was satisfied with his representation, which the lawyer told him was necessary to get the settlement that had in fact been paid 4 years earlier, the indictment said. So Johnson had to sign a document saying that he was satisfied. Um, and and Avenatti, I don't know, he's he's a trickster. That's what he is. He's a trickster. He tricks people. And of course, they're going to do everything they can to get you to sign something without reading it first and everything. If I were you, I would not sign anything. Get a real lawyer, not no fake lawyer like Avenatti is. When asked by the Associated Press last month about Johnson's case, Avenatti said his client approved all transactions and counting and had been kept in the loop. He has repeatedly thanked me for my dedication to this case and the ethics I have employed, Avenatti wrote in an email response. So Avenatti is trying to say that his client was approved with all the transactions. So that means the client did not know that Avenatti was going to take all his money, and but paying him for 69 weeks the money that he gotten already, but he should have kept paying more. So the client is missing out on a whole lot more money that he should have been getting. And yeah, this is what Avenatti wrote in an email, and this is kind of way out of control with Avenatti. Leave your comments below. I am out.